what it is. It's your boy LB, Box Corner, Box Talk, part 2 of the fights that I see are going to be the relevant fights for coming up. And I had already went through Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. I did Billy Joe Saunders versus Triple G. And I touched on Errol Spence with Peterson, how that Peterson is a good run-up for Terence Crawford. But now I'm going to touch on Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. How does that play out? Wow. Now, you want to talk about a super fight that, like, they billed to us. They told us, I thought, the Lomachenko and Riggle fight was going to be a super fight. But one thing we know for sure, if Errol Spence and Terence Bud Crawford meet in the ring, that is going to be a super fight. Both of them got the dog in them to make that. That fight can only go that way. It could go no other way. But Terence Bud Crawford, highly skilled, fights on both sides easily and well. Now, we have always had switch hitters in history, but rarely did we have a switch hitter that can fight on both sides well. I mean, good. He could have been a southpaw his whole career he wanted. Or he can be an orthodox and still be a champion. That is ridiculous. So that's high skill. But when you look at someone like Errol Spence Jr., the man makes no mistakes. Look at the man fight. He makes no mistakes. Very few. It's small. It's very small. Bud Crawford, he gets in there, he makes some mistakes, but he's highly skilled. Errol Spence doesn't make those mistakes, and he walks you down. He's a body chopper, and since he's the bigger man, I would see that fight going to Errol Spence Jr., edging out a victory. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be able to knock Terence out like he's done to his other opponents, but it's definitely going to be a bunkhouse brawl, and I see Errol Spence edging out the victory. On to the next. For the light welterweights, I see Vasily Lomachenko moving up and fighting Mikey Garcia. I see that fight coming in. Now, that's another great fight, too. Mikey Garcia's timing, his punch, his awareness. Like, he's one of those guys that have a real sick understanding of range. And then you deal with high-tech Vasily Lomachenko, the Matrix. Like, boy sleeps in range. He sleeps this stuff. Like, he knows this stuff too well. Like, and he's very confident. They're both very confident. How do I see that fight turning out? I see that fight turning out Vasily Lomachenko having his way as far as angle turning, because of the way Mikey moves in, he can be kind of stiff. He has that good bounce, but the way Vasily turns those angles, I think it'll be too fast for him. But also at the same time, I believe he also has the punch and the athleticism to really give Lomachenko a run for his money. Love Mikey Garcia. Punch good. Another good, solid fighter. You can see with Mikey, he's not something that you can say he does real well. Like, he's a very good fighter. There's always been fighters. There's been fighters like Mikey Garcia that are very good, very talented. Take nothing away from the man. The man's very talented. But as in specialness, he reminds me of like a Danny Garcia, where they do good stuff, but there's nothing that they really do exceptional. So when you fight someone exceptional like Lomachenko, I think that is where he's going to have problems with Lomachenko. So in Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko, I see that fight going to Lomachenko. Thank you for tuning in to Box Talk. I hope this has been educational. It's always educational for me. I love it. I love to reach out, go through the camera, talk to some of my peoples out there, because you supported this journey out. I started this journey like 12 years ago, and I'm very blessed to still be in front of this camera and still be relevant. Relevant is the new word of 2018. If you want